This week on Sunday Analysis, if I could go back with the knowledge that I have right now, things would be different. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Sunday Analysis where we do a mental analysis on our mental honey before the chart opens. So thank y'all for locking in with me last week. We locked in and we did a top-down analysis on ourselves, but this week, what I want y'all to focus on is waiting for your setup, okay? Being really patient for your setup, being really patient for your entry. A lot of times you have to understand that it is okay to teach people how to trade. You know, you can teach people the technical part of trading and how to read the chart and things like that. That you can do. But there are some things in trading that are just smooth intuition, right? That's why it's important to study one chart at a time, right? Become a master at one chart. Study the behavior of the candles. What type of day is it? Is it winter, spring, fall? What month is it? What day of the week is it? What time is it? Those are the type of things that have to be analyzed with trading as well. Because when you are essentially on a chart, you are studying behaviors, you are studying reactions, you are taking losses, you are learning from them, and then you going back to the chart, right? With new wisdom and new knowledge. And so that is how you are building up your setup. And so that is how you know to be patient for your setup. Coach V, where are you going with this? In life, you have to be patient for your setup. You are set up for greatness. You are set up to win in life. You are set up to be a millionaire, a billionaire. I am set up to be a millionaire and a billionaire. But you have to get some skin in the game. Yeah, you can get traded overnight. That's cool. A lot of people don't. A lot of people might do, you know? But the real expertise, the real mastery behind trading comes from getting on the chart. And essentially not to trade. You can just get on it to just look at the behaviors, to look at the patterns, to mark it up, to see the reaction. Because if you see the reaction, now you know what type of boundary that you need to set in your trading strategy. Because you have analyzed the chart. You have collected the data. And now you are implementing that data into your plan. So that way that you know why you are being patient for that setup. So when there are things going on in life, I'm talking about at work, with your spouse, with your family, with your bills, with your mental, with your physical, anything that could be going on with you, you have to keep going. You can't stop. You got to learn the lesson and get back in there. A lot of times we are conditioned to stop when things happen. When somebody passes away, you want to stop. When you lose your job, you want to stop. When things are going on in your relationship, you want to stop. But you are not supposed to stop. When you stop, the momentum slows down. You got to keep going. If anything is going on in your life, the first thing that needs to hit in your head, what is the lesson of this moment right now? What is the lesson? What am I needing to teach me at this moment? Because this is why I say that energy carries, okay? Whatever you put out, you get back. And a lot of times that look like things that are going on in your life that are like left and right. Something is always going wrong. So you take those lessons and you go to your life and you say, okay, I need to change this. I need to do the work on this. Because I know I am destined for this. If this right here is causing me stagnancy, if this right here is preventing me from being the person that I am meant to be, I got to do the work on me. And I'm saying that because I had a really big thing of revenge trading. revenge trading and overtrading, because I felt like I always had to be right. I felt like I controlled the market because my trade played out. Or I missed the setup. I missed the push. And now I'm trying to overtrade and get back in. But I've already missed it. So why am I not being patient for the next one? And so a lot of times we force trades that was never in alignment for us to do in the first place. But we force it because we seek to have a profitable outcome. And the outcome is money, right? That's the outcome. That's the ultimate outcome when we are trading. But the whole point of me pointing out that is that in life, things are going to happen. You got to keep going, okay? And it's easy said than done. It really is. I can tell you to keep going, and then in the midst of it, you do things to comfort you in the moment. But understand that you are causing your own delay, okay? When you stop, when you get too emotional about it, you are causing your own delay. And I want you to think about, what things are you forcing in your life right now that are not meant to be in your life right now? You are experiencing stagnancy within your life. And I'm speaking from experience where things are not going my way. And I'm like, man, what is it? It's because I'm trying to force something. I'm trying to force an illusion that was never meant to be forced. Because everything that I needed to see is already in front of me. So why am I trying to force an illusion of a trade playing out, of a relationship playing out, of a job playing out, right? Of a situation, a house, anything playing out, when everything in front of me is showing me that it's not playing out. So what illusions are you believing in your life right now that you know is not playing out right now? What illusions about this spouse that you know you're not connected with? What illusions are you painting in your mind to keep that real? With your job, right? You know you're not happy there. You don't like the hours. You don't like to work for nobody. So why are you still forcing to be there? Right? Same thing with a house. I can name numerous of situations that I have been in, that I have had a job, where I just was like, you know what? Like, I don't like to be here. I'm not happy here. I want to do something else. And so just know that you have the power to pivot in life. It's okay to pivot. You had the plan to do this, and now you got to do this. Right? And you got to do this because you are creating your strategy so that way that you can get to where you need to be. So when you enter the market, we are not forcing any trades. If it is not in alignment with our rules, and if it's not in alignment with the work that we have put in to get to where we are today, if it's not in alignment, it does not get our trade. That goes the same thing in life. You've put in the work on yourself. You've loved yourself. You've done all of these things to build yourself up to where you are right now. You have done the work. So why are you out here trying to force things that are not in alignment with you? Why? Because it feels good at that moment? Yeah, there have been times where I have forced something in my life because it felt good. It made me feel good. But again, there goes that emotion part. Because even though it makes me feel good, logically, is it good for me? Same thing in the market. You got a strategy that you want to do, but logically it's not good for you because you have more losses than you have wins, so something is not right. Now you have to pivot because you are wanting to be in alignment with being the best trader, right? So I challenge you this week to wait on your setup, to wait for everything, every confluence, every hard working, everything that you have created for you on your trading journey for you to secure the bag. Everything. Write it down. Make it your rules and say, I am not entering the market if this does not look like this. Right? Because I know what the outcome can be. It can be a good outcome and it can be a bad outcome. Right? Same thing in life. You have choices and decisions that you have to make, and it could be a good outcome and it can be a bad outcome. But it's up to you to take the knowledge, to take the logic, to take what you see in front of you to determine what choices and decisions that you need to make. You shouldn't be unhappy with life right now. You should have peace. You should have joy. Just like when you go into the market, you shouldn't be going into the market stressed out. You should go into the market with peace, clarity, confidence of knowing your setup. And if you don't know, if you don't have the confidence, it is okay to be patient. Be patient enough to gain the knowledge that you need. A lot of times we want to, let me tell you something. There have been times in my life that I say that if I can go back with the knowledge that I have right now, things would be different. Same thing with trading. If I could go back with the knowledge that I have right now, things would be different. So when you think about that and you say, you know what, I don't want to think of what should have, would have happened anymore. Everything that I've learned, I need to implement that right now. What around me does not belong? What do belong? What am I overexerting myself towards? What am I overgiving to? What is emptying in my cup? These are things that you need to think about within your life because you are getting ready for your setup. That setup can be that trade. That setup can be that car. That setup can be that bank account, honey. That setup. That one setup that is going to put you in position in life for good. That's what you're waiting on. But you got to do the work. You got to do the work on yourself. You got to be real with yourself. You got to make those hard choices and decisions in your life. Because that's what the market is. You have a choice and you have a decision. And that is based on the things that you have, the work that you have put into the market. So what work have you put into in your life? Right? If it's going to the gym, you put in the work. Okay, you know you got to be consistent. That needs to be a part of your life right now. Okay? So remember, when the pullback happens, right? When all of these things happen, trust the wisdom that you have. Same thing in life. All of these things going on in life. And things are not in alignment the way that you thought it would be. But you have the wisdom and the knowledge to pull yourself up out of that. You have the wisdom and the knowledge to pivot and get yourself in alignment with the life that you desire. You have the power to make that choice and make that decision to change your life. You don't have to worry about what nobody got to say. You don't have to worry about what nobody's going to feel. This is your life. These are your decisions. This is your destiny. So we got to stop thinking that we don't have a choice or we don't have a decision to make in life. You have a choice. You can pivot. You can learn the lesson real quick and get back in there. But it's up to you because, like I stated, you cause your own delay of your own alignment towards success. So again, the ultimate goal is to secure the bag. The ultimate goal is to be successful on the charts and off the charts. That's the ultimate goal that we all want to have. So you got to do the work. You got to put some skin in the game. You got to go through some things because you are shedding layers of the old version of yourself, and it don't look like the way that you would thought. You thought it was going to be easy to make this pivot move. You thought it was going to be easy to just change like that. No, you are going to have some barriers get in your way. Things are going to want to stop you. Things are going to try to stop you. But that should just let you know that you in alignment anyway. Because if it do stop you, you know that you are being redirected to where you need to be. So if you take that onto the charts, that trade didn't play out. Something went wrong. What happened? Do the work. Back test it. The best thing that I have invested in as a day trader is TradeZilla. I was sleeping on them for a while. And for so long, I was like, no, I can do it myself. No. TradeZilla. I can sit here and watch myself trade again. I'm collecting data on me. That's what trading is. You collect data on yourself, on what you see, on what you perceive. You collect that data so when you go back, you can execute with confidence. So a lot of times in life, we lack confidence. We lack confidence because we are not doing the work. We are not working on ourselves. We are not realizing and being realistic when things are not just going right. You just sitting there brushing it off and saying, oh, it's going to work out. No, it's not working out. Because it was never meant to work out. But you keep forcing it because of emotions. Okay? So not only this week, when you enter the market, I don't want you to force a trade. I want you to follow your game plan. I want you to, show yourself that you can be consistent and disciplined on the market. But not only do I want you to do that, but I want you to do that in your life. Show yourself that you can be disciplined in your life. Show yourself that you can be consistent in your life. Show yourself that you can win. Show yourself that you owe yourself that. Stop giving yourself excuses on why you can't execute that trade in life. Stop giving yourself excuses on why you can't make the amount of money that you deserve to make. It is yours. That's why you desire it. That's why you have the urges and the feelings that you have about things in your life. It is for you. But you keep forcing things in life that are not in alignment with you, that are causing you stagnancy, that are causing you pain, sadness, depression. And you know this about yourself. I follow some African traditions, right? And we have an Ori. And my Ori is my head, which will be kind of like, God, as far as, we're not going to get into that. But my Ori is my head, my first protector when I was born. And so now in life, if things are not in alignment with me, I ask my Ori. If it is not in alignment with me, please remove it. Keep me in alignment with my destiny. Keep me in alignment with things that I am destined to do in this life. Keep me in alignment. If it's not meant for me, remove it instantly. But not to the point where it knocks me out of an alignment of where I am headed right now. So I'm telling you this, and no matter what you believe in life, whatever religion, that don't even matter. What matter is are you checking in with yourself? If you believe in that, are you checking in with that, with God, with Jesus, or are you checking in with yourself? So that you can make the best choices and decisions. For so long in life, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't. I never had the opportunity to figure out what I want. And that was a hard pill to swallow because I realized that everything around me, I was conditioned. I was conditioned to want. And so now it's like, wow, I really need to start from scratch. I really need to blank slate everything. I really need to get to know myself and what I like and what I don't like. Because right now the life The things that are around me are not mine. They were never meant for me, but I was conditioned to want them, to need them, to desire them. So, do your top-down analysis on the chart and on yourself, but also wait for your setup. All the wisdom and knowledge that you have gained on the charts, all the wisdom and knowledge that you have gained in life, implement that and wait for your setup. Get in preparation for your setup. Get in preparation for that billionaire, millionaire status. Get in preparation of that. Get disciplined. Get consistent. Start doing the work right now. Don't wait. What you waiting on? You was waiting last year. And you was waiting the year before that. And you still waiting right now? Stop waiting and get to work, or you're going to get left behind. Until next time. Ashe.
As far as being a billionaire, as far as being a millionaire, you are speaking these things into